think I got it. I hope so. I apologize. Technical difficulties. Hopefully now I am actually on and you can hear me. I'm gonna wait until I get some confirmation of that before I actually try to play a song. Um, but it's got to be text to me because I cannot see the screen over there. Sorry. The screen is all the way on the opposite end of the room. Um, so, okay. It says I'm live now, but I don't know if I am. This is more frustrating. Okay. I am on. All right. I apologize. Sorry about that. Technical issue and user error all together at the same time. So thanks for taking the time to even come out here to tune in and you know catch this thing. This is new to me. This is the third week. I'm going to start with a song by a band called Oasis, and it's um, just the title of the song kind of goes along with the times, if you know what I mean. So. You know that feeling you get when you feel all the night time. You mean exactly as strong, but you've been waiting a while. Do you keep the receipts for the friends that you buy? Deep into streets, you're only just getting by. But I hope you know that it won't let go. It sticks around with you till the day you die. And I hope you know that it's touch and go. I hope the tears don't stay the world that waits outside. Where did it all go wrong? Where did it all go wrong? And until you repay the dreams you bought with your life, you'll be cast away, alone in the starry sky. And I hope you know that it won't let go. It sticks around with you until the day you die. And I hope you know that it's touch and go. I hope the tears don't stay the world that waits outside. And I hope you know that it won't let go. It sticks around with you until the day you die. And I hope you know that it's touch and go. I hope your tears don't stain the world that waits outside. Where did it all go wrong? Where did it all go wrong? So now I'm looking over to try to figure out if the sound is okay. Um, uh, See if I have to tweak anything other than the fact that I'm still playing with the same webcam that I had the first couple weeks. I I have been through a lot with these webcams. I ordered one, came in, didn't work. Ordered the second one. The order was canceled in the middle of the week, um, and or near the end of the week. And finally, I paid quite a bit extra and got it through Amazon. So it is already shipped. So definitely next week I will have a stereo um, microphone webcam. I mean, this one's okay for using it for work. So I was lucky enough to be able to work from home. Um, and anyhow, not sure how the sound is, but so tonight, you know, some of the songs, you know, I've tried to do, like "Where Did It All Go Wrong." That song just kind of, the title kind of fits the time, you know. Not meant to be political in any way, because, you know, entertainment and politics, you know, should never meet, being honest. Um, but just how did we get here? Oh my God. And, you know, last week I opened with Mad World, and the first week I closed with Alone Tonight, one of my songs. Um, so I kind of, you know, wanted to fit that in there somewhere along the way. But tonight, you know, last week I was trying to play stuff that I thought you guys could sing along with, songs that you knew. You know, the band song, "Take a Load Off Me." You know, um, everybody likes to yell that out. Um, this week I was paying attention to a lot of comments that were out there, and so, you know, I'm not going to say this is request night, but from a couple of requests that came through and a couple of requests that I've had in the past that I never followed through on, um, I am going to try to do that tonight, but it also, it's in and around something else. One of the first requests that I got from was a song that I used to play God knows how many years ago. I don't want to count the number of years, um, but it was a long time ago, and they named the song, and I thought, you know, uh, they would know that it's one that I still like to play. Um, but I started thinking about it, and I thought, you know, this is kind of nice. You know, I mean, we're in my living room, and I wish everybody was here and just kind of sitting around and having a good time, and we could, you know, just enjoy the music and friendship. Um, so I started thinking from that song. Um, you know, there was so many things. I would go to party at the riverbank or up on the hill or something like that, and I would take a guitar, and there were certain songs that I did um, that everybody knew, got used to, um, and became part of my, you know, repertoire at that time. And and obviously it was from my, you know, the people that I really, really liked, and at that time it was um, pretty much Dan Fogelberg and Bob Dylan. So I think I'm going to take everybody back about X amount of years that's from Pennsylvania. For those that Florida and Georgia friends get an idea of what I guess going to a party back in little old El Rema would be like if I showed up with my guitar. So this is Dan Fogelberg's song. It's called The Last Nail, and I always started with this song. It was just one that so hopefully I can remember and make it through it. I'm actually got a cheat sheet in front of me here. So anyhow, Dan Fogelberg. I saw you running ahead of the crowd. I chased and never thought I'd get you. You said you loved me, but you had to be free, and I let you. Why did I let you? We walked together through the gardens and graves. I watched it grow to be living on promises that nobody gave to no one. They were given to no one. I started listening to the wind and the rain. This stranger is good. One night I thought I heard them whisper my name. Now in front of me, I left the trail of footprints deep in the snow. I swore one day I would chase them, but when I turned around I found that the wind had erased them. I'll never face them. Fly away, my sweet bird, over the land. Take time for all the freedom you can. But if you ever should be a man, where we are still time. I hear you taking on your husband and child, and it's somewhere in Pennsylvania. I never thought you'd ever step in the street, but I can't believe you now. So let me ask you for and be where they will. Just see the one to you to know. last time seeing that old song he used to know. But this time see, oh, this time see, even more so. Flying real and speakers from the land. Take that for all the freedom you can. But if you ever show me the man, where the honor still stands. Anyhow, Dan Fogelberg, like I said, if you guys were at any of those parties back in the day, you heard that one for sure. So Dan and Bob Dylan were my heroes back in those days, and so I always used to play this one, and it's been a long time. So bear with me if I don't make it. Early one morning, the sun was shining. I was laying there, wondered if she turned it on if my hair was still red. I hope those just spent our life together. I sure was gonna be wrong. They never lied, mama told me prayers, mama name was me. But I was standing on the side of the road, praying for I want you. Hanging out on the East Coast, don't know nothing to do. Getting through, tangled up in blue. She was a melody loves me, soon to be the most. I have to ride up again, I guess, but I gave a little too much pause. We drove that car in spot good, abandoned in our way. Split up on the dice that night, but the green and you was there. When she turned around to look at me, as I was walking away, I heard her say it was a showdown. We'll meet again someday on the avenue. Tangled up in blue. I had a job bringing out words, weighing out the first scale. But I never been like you all that much. You want me, I should tell. So I sit me down, you won't leave, but I know you're gonna be employed. Got a job on the kitchen road, right outside of the dinner club. And all the time I was alone, the past was close behind. I seen a lot of women, but you never escape my mind. Nothing's blue, tangled up in blue. She was working in a tolerance place, and I stopped in from a beer. I just kept looking at the side of the face with the sparks I threw here. Later on in the crowd came down and took about Tuesday. She was standing there, back in my chair, saying, well, no, hey. I learned something underneath my breath. She studied the lines on my face. I must admit I've been a little uneasy when she bent down, tired of legs on my shoe. Tangled up in blue. used to know, maybe they're choosing to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are coming to life. Don't know how it all got started. I wonder what they do with their lives. Living out still on the road, heading for another joint. We always didn't feel the same, just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue. That's a fun song. It's just been a long time. Um, a very, very long time since I played that song. So anyhow, this next song is one of the requests. It was the first request that kind of got me into the old stuff. Um, See you fly across the horizon into the misty morning sun. Nobody asked you where you're going. Nobody knows where you're from. Maybe it's a man asking you is this really the end of the world? See, you must have known for a long time the shape of things to come. Now you fly through the sky, never asking why. Now you fly all around till somebody shoot you down, 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 down. See how you fly across the horizon into misty morning sun. Nobody asks you where you're going. Nobody knows where you're going. Now you fly through the sky, never asking why. Now you fly all around till somebody shoot you down, 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 down. You fly away, you fly away, see how you fly. Anyhow, that was Seagull from Bad Company, and I still play that song, but it was brought up by name a couple of weeks ago, and so I thought that I would do it. I'm gonna uh, sneak in another request right now that's beyond some of the stuff that you used to do. Anyhow, this for a friend that's been going through a rough time. So hopefully I can actually get through it. It's a song that I did know, but it had been a long time since I played it. So we'll see if I can do it. I hope I can. Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed. And I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do believe it's time when a woman should be a good. When I keep on thinking about you, just to go down here's the price. And I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one more for responding. I've been too hard to find. But it doesn't mean you're keeping on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little? Just be mine to show you care. When I try to make it, don't mind saying, just can't make it. When I keep on thinking about you, just to go down and have a surprise. And I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one for a smile. I've been too hard to find. But it doesn't mean keeping on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little? Just be mine to show you care. When I try to make it, I don't mind saying, I just can't take it. Do me one, do one, 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 do me one, do one. Anyhow, the doobie what and do whats go on forever and ever. Um, so anyhow, hopefully made it through that. Another song I used to do all the time, and I felt like this was another Dan Fogelberg song, but I sort of felt like it was mine in a way, um, just because. Well, first of all, when he plays it, he plays it on piano, um, and and there's a fantastic bass line, one of the best bass lines I have ever heard. Um, but growing up in a small town right next to the Monongahela River, a song by Dan Fogelberg called "The River" kind of hit home, and so I transposed it to guitar, and this is it. It's fun. Um, I was born by a river, rolling dusty town, giving no direction, just told to keep my head down. As I took my position, a man fired a gun. I was so steeped in tradition, I could not run. I was raised by a river, leaning upon the sky, and in the river of the waters, I saw myself learn to cry. As the tears hit the surface, I saw what had been done. I give me to my freedom, I gave love. Someday later, I saw the writing in the dust. It told me how I should travel. It told me who I was. I ran far from the river, far as I could see, and as the sun hit my shoulder, I felt it burn me. How I long for the water, and the fire rays. How I long for the river as I gaze. I will die by the river as it rolls away. There in the night time, do not waste a day. High above water, I roll onto the sea. All the angels in heaven will laugh at me. They will laugh at me. They will laugh at me. river as it rolls away, made of so many teardrops, made of so much pain. What I'm finding tonight is really, really odd, is that the dead silence after doing a song is, I hadn't paid attention to it the last couple of times because I was so nervous, and I still am tonight. And that's part of it. You have no idea if you're doing okay or not. So I mentioned Dan Fogelberg. I've done 2 of his songs, and Bob Dylan, and with Lowell and I playing together in Bottom Line, we do this next song, we do a different version of it. We do the Jimi Hendrix version of the Bob Dylan song, and actually in the band Watcher, we used to do a version of it as well, and I've always kind of stayed with that, and that's a Dave Mason version actually. So anyhow, do this. There must be somewhere out here, says the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion, I can't get no relief. Businessman, they treat my wife, my man take my earth, and none of them are on the line. Know what any of it is worth. No reason to get excited now. There's baby kindness for. There are many here among us now who feel that life is but a joke. But you and I have been through pain, and this is not our fate. So let us not talk for fear, for the hour is very late. Oh, oh. Absolutely a crazy fun song. So, um, like I had said in the last couple of shows, Hall's mentholyptus is a perfect thing for uh, when you're singing to uh, when your throat gets a little rough. And so anyhow, so I'm gonna do a few more songs, but you know I wanted to make one little thing that's kind of personal. Um, uh, and I know to most people and most of the young people, they're not going to know what the hell I'm talking about. But uh, the world's still going on around us, and things are happening. And anyhow, someone that was one of my heroes growing up passed away this week. A baseball player by the name of Al Kaline, and Al Kaline played for the Detroit Tigers, and so most of the people out there know him from Pittsburgh and say, why would he be interested in a ball player from Detroit Tigers? Well, when I played Little League, I played for a team called the Tigers, and so I got interested in the Detroit Tigers, and this is not the glove, but it is as close as I can get to. This is an Al Kaline mid 50s or late 50s baseball glove, Wilson A 2001, infielder's glove. That my uncle at the time had one of these. This is not the same one, unfortunately. And I used to play with it when I was, in Little League, and it was I called it the glue glove. Anyhow, just I saw that come by. I just thought it took me back, and he was a hell of a ball player too. Um, so kind of getting to almost an hour. I've got a couple more songs to play, um, and this song. This is going to be interesting because I've never played it before ever. Um, and I don't know it that well, but this was actually requested a long, long time ago from me, and uh, not that I ignored it, I just didn't think I could do it. So we'll find out tonight whether I can or whether I can't. Anyhow, it also resolves a second request that was out there, and that request was after I had done the Tom T. Hall song last week. I guess my uncle wanted me to do a song by George Jones, and that's more hardcore country than I'm used to. But this song actually was done originally by George Jones, and we'll see if I can do it. home. Liquor was the only friend that I know. Jesus. Okay. But you rescued me from the bottom. Brought me back, being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I just don't know love all the time. I look for love in all the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottle, always dry. But when you pour out your heart, I can waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I just want your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I just don't know your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Kentucky bourbon. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. First try at that, so sorry I got kind of butchered it a bit, but and I need the lead. I need the lead along with a little bit of lead. But anyhow, I try to end every night with an original song, and this one kind of goes with that one. the, the lyrics of the song. So this is an interesting song for me because I wrote it many, in fact, um, in the later stages. I wrote it at some point when Watcher was going on. So because we played it, but again, it was later in the thing. And it's as close to a country song as I ever wrote, and it actually, modern country, it would probably fit right in. But because it has the bar built in, it doesn't have a pickup truck or a train, so I'm not sure if it meets all the criteria. Anyhow, this is a song called Bartender, and it's got a great hook. And I wrote this song. It's a highly personal song, believe it or not, and people would just have fun with it, but it actually it was real. Anyhow, here we go. When I'm seeing this bar at midnight, we were smoking and drinking in town. Should I have left here an hour ago, but I'm too drunk to stand. When I wish I could cry in this bottle, I keep drinking but tomorrow will be twice as bad, 'cause the sunshine always brings rain. Hey, bartender, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, no way to go back, nothing to go back to. When I see you almost leaving, and I talk to her once in a while, and she said, take it back, she says it with a smile. I was a man enough to love her, or man enough to take it by. But now that she is long gone, and I'm man enough to cry. Hey, bartender, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, no way to go back, nothing to go back to. Will you tell me just to get on? Go on with your life without denying again that you were and is my life. So thank you, bartender. I know you're probably mine, but there's nothing you can say or do, so I'll see you tomorrow night. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow night. Hey, bartender, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. No way to go back. Well, thank you very much for tuning in once again. I hope we're not back here again next Saturday, but more than likely we will be. And anyhow, I really appreciate you guys taking the time. I enjoy playing for you. Um, I make mistakes, and as Lowell and I like to say, it's live music, warts and all. So anyhow, um, I hope you had a good evening. I know I did. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Take care of friends. Take care of everybody. Good night.